Hi there, welcome back. In this video, we will cover the concept of AI biases. A bias happens when a group of people are being unfairly penalized. So for example, certain gender, women may find it difficult to find jobs in technology because there's a bias that females are not good programmers. However, we know that that is not true, therefore it is a bias. Let's join Kriti Sharma as she explains some of the reasons why our own biases can appear in machine learning techniques as well, and what are some things we can do to prevent that from happening.
How many decisions have been made about you today by AI? And how many of these were based on your gender, your race, or your background? Algorithms are being used all the time to make decisions about who we are and what we want. Some of the women in this room will know what I'm talking about if you've been made to sit through those pregnancy test adverts on YouTube like 1,000 times, or you've scrolled past adverts of fertility clinics on your Facebook feed, or in my case, Indian marriage bureaus. But AI isn't just being used to make decisions about what products we want to buy or which show we want to binge watch next. I wonder how you'd feel about someone who thought things like this. A black or Latino person is less likely than a white person to pay off their loan on time. A person called John makes a better programmer than a person called Mary. A black man is more likely to be a repeat offender than a white man. You're probably thinking, wow, that sounds like a pretty sexist, racist person, right? These are some real decisions that AI has made very recently based on the biases it has learned from us, from the humans. AI is being used to help decide whether or not you get that job interview, how much you pay for your car insurance, how good your credit score is, and even what rating you get in your annual performance review. But these decisions are all being filtered through its assumptions about our identity, our race, our gender, our age. How is that happening? Now imagine an AI is helping a hiring manager find the next tech leader in the company. So far, the manager has been hiring mostly men. So the AI learns men are more likely to be programmers than women. And it's a very short leap from there to men make better programmers than women. We have reinforced our own bias into the AI, and now it's screening out female candidates. Hang on, if a human hiring manager did that, we'd be outraged. We wouldn't allow it. This kind of gender discrimination is not okay. And yet somehow, AI has become above the law because a machine made the decision. That's not it. We are also reinforcing our bias in how we interact with AI. How often do you use a voice assistant like Siri, Alexa, or even Cortana? They all have two things in common. One, they can never get my name right. And second, they are all female. They're designed to be your obedient servants, turning your lights on and off, ordering your shopping. You get male AIs too, but they tend to be more high-powered, like IBM Watson making business decisions, Salesforce Einstein, or Ross, the robot lawyer. So poor robots, even they suffer from sexism in the workplace. Think about how these two things combine and affect a kid growing up in today's world around AI. So they're doing some research for a school project, and they Google images of CEO. The algorithm shows them results of mostly men. And now they Google personal assistant. As you can guess, it shows them mostly females. And then they want to put on some music and maybe order some food. And now they're barking orders at a female voice obedient female voice assistant. Some of our brightest minds are creating this technology today. Technology that they could have created in any way they wanted. And yet, they've chosen to create it in the style of 1950s Mad Men secretary. Yay! But okay, don't worry. This is not going to end with me telling you that we're all heading towards sexist, racist machines running the world. The good news about AI is that it is entirely within our control. We get to teach the right values, the right ethics to AI. So there are three things we can do. One, we can be aware of our own biases and the bias in machines around us. Two, we can make sure there are diverse teams building this technology. And three, we have to give it diverse experiences to learn from. I can talk about the first two from personal experience. When you work in technology and you don't look like a Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk, your life is a little bit difficult. Your ability gets questioned. Here's just one example. Like most developers, I often join online tech forums and share my knowledge to help others. And I've found when I log on as myself with my own photo, my own name, I tend to get questions or comments like this. What makes you think you're qualified to talk about AI? What makes you think you know about machine learning? So, as you do, I made a new profile, and this time, instead of my own picture, I chose a cat with a jetpack on it. And I chose a name that did not reveal my gender. You can probably guess where this is going, right? So this time, I didn't get any of those patronizing comments about my ability, and I was able to actually get some work done. And it sucks, guys. I've been building robots since I was 15. I have a few degrees in computer science, and yet I had to hide my gender in order for my work to be taken seriously. So what's going on here? Are men just better at technology than women? Another study found that when women coders on one platform hid their gender, like myself, their code was accepted 4% more than men. So this is not about the talent. This is about an elitism in AI that says a programmer needs to look like a certain person. What we really need to do to make AI better is bring people from all kinds of backgrounds. We need people who can write and tell stories to help us create personalities of AI. We need people who can solve problems. We need people who face different challenges. And we need people who can tell us what are the real issues that need fixing and help us find ways that technology can actually fix it. Because when people from diverse backgrounds come together, when we build things in the right way, the possibilities are limitless. And that's what I want to end by talking to you about. Less racist robots, less machines that are going to take our jobs, and more about what technology can actually achieve. So yes, some of the energy in the world of AI, in the world of technology, is going to be about what ads you see on your stream. But a lot of it is going towards making the world so much better.
I hope you enjoyed the TED Talk. As they say, with great power comes great responsibilities. AI has the potential to bring about great benefits to human society, but at the same time, it needs to be used carefully. We have come to the end of the video lectures around AI. I hope you have enjoyed them. In your tutorial class for this lesson, we will be looking at some hands-on activities that will expose you to some of the machine learning techniques that you have learned about. You will also be building your own model and trying to understand how these human biases that we just learned about can be passed on to our machine learning models. Hope you enjoy the hands-on activities. See you in class. Thank you.